good. I feel good.
What's up, everyone? It's KB. And if you're like me, you love movies, I am joined tonight by the lovely That Horror Couple. We have Kaylee and we have Robbie. How's it going?
What's up, KB?
Good. Thank you so much for having us.
I'm happy to be here, man.
I'm so glad to have you guys back on. As we were saying backstage, I love interacting with different people within the communities, but then you kind of have your favorites, or you have, in my case, certain conversations that you always remember and everything. So I love following you guys, keeping up on what you're doing, even the food stuff. Weren't you trying like Taco Bell the other day?
No, it was the
Burger King.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
it was the Burger King,
the monster menu. The monster menu.
with the orange hamburger bun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
dude.
had to try it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Sometimes
And-
that stuff looks too curious.
And the chicken, the
Yeah.
chicken nuggets in a coffin.
Oh, they were bat shaped.
Yeah, they're bat-shaped chicken nuggets.
I love it though.
Yeah.
I love.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and then I see you guys a lot on the channel with Sam and Brendan, so I just try to bop around and follow everyone as much as possible. So it's always good to see you.
Yes,
thank
we're
you.
so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having us back on.
Yeah, we had a good time last time. So
Yeah, we had a great
Yeah.
time. We've been looking forward to getting back together with you.
yeah.
Same here. And
I'm happy to be
this,
back.
as many of you know, I've been doing these horror movie franchises for the scary season, and we recorded a podcast last night for the Hellraiser franchise. I did Scream with my friends Melissa and Eric, and now we're doing VHS tonight. And next week, I'm also going to get into Nightmare on Elm Street, and we're going to have new guests for that one. So looking forward to that as well. But we start tonight with VHS. Oh my gosh. This is, most of them, as you can imagine, being horns were rewatches for me. You know, I've seen all the Screams and the Saw movies, and Nightmare on Elm Street is my, Freddy's my favorite. I'm a Fredhead and all that. But this one was something that was completely new to me because I had not seen any of them. So to go through, and someone told me that it's going to be weird to go through and just watch them one after the other because it's basically found footage short films, but you're not getting like a franchise feel to it. But I didn't care. I just wanted to go through it, and I had a blast with it.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember the first time you came or you heard across the VHS franchise?
I believe we watched the first three together like 10 years ago. It had been a while. We rewatched them before this, but I remembered certain segments when we were rewatching them, others not so much. So it was really cool to go back and rewatch, those first three or four that we hadn't seen in a long time, because I'd forgotten how messed up some of them were.
And
Very messed up.
Yeah.
I just like the whole just the whole premise of what they're doing. I mean, the way they just take technology and it looks like something that someone would just have on their cell phone or just something. It makes it feel real to me.
It's realistic.
It gives like a realistic vibe for sure. And I was rewatching some of these too, and I was like, the way that they purposely leave in the mistakes, or they'll leave something out of focus, or they'll do a jump cut on purpose. I'm like, it really makes everything feel homemade and real. But then it goes off the rails, and I'm there's like a Satan demon running around the sewers.
Yeah.
Or Gorgon or something like that.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, it's not that realistic, but it started off pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's definitely
go ahead.
It's definitely a different way to scare you. If you're a horror fan and you're like used to watching slashers, or you're used to a haunted tale, this is definitely a different way to go about scaring you. And I feel like you can watch like how it started out to like the current ones. They adapted with like newer technology, like in the newer ones. Unless it's like a flashback back to the 80s, but you could see how the first it's a camcorder, then it's a cell phone, then it's like a sunglasses cam.
Yeah.
They kind of keep switching it up for us. So
I think more than anything, they represented, especially the decade ones, the 94, 99, 80, whatever. I think they are the three that kind of was like pinpoint with everything from the VHS style to the digital video style to even the clothes that they were wearing, the production design around it. Specifically, I'm thinking about the one where the couples went camping and then she told them that she had been there before.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
the clothes, everything were on point. Everything was on point with that one. By the way, if you've not seen VHS, we're spoiling the crap out of these movies. Be aware. We are not alone. So we have some people join us in the chat. I always say, if you've been here before, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, welcome. Let's see who's joining us. We have Melissa talking about our good time talking about the Scream movies. There she is.
Hey, Melissa.
Good evening. We got Mr. James on the check-in. Good day to you, sir. We got Hollow Notes as well.
Oh, Hollow Notes.
Saying hey.
It's a familiar face, familiar name.
Yeah.
Around.
Steve Moody on the check-in saying hello to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go.
We got Mika on the check-in saying that she loves you.
Oh, we love you.
Yeah, they're super friendly. I love them.
Yeah, love the doubles. Let's see. I'm also trying this Restream program. You can see it above my head for the first time. Immediately, I would say the chat is much more agreeable than Riverside. I can scroll, I can stop, I can take my hand off. It doesn't go crazy. So I'm liking that part already. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Checking a couple more. Everyone's saying hi to each other.
So far, Restream's going well.
Yeah, so far, so good. These movies are fun for sure. Not sure how I felt about the Halloween one. Yeah. Can't eat during that one. We were just talking about it backstage. It's definitely the goriest and the most violent out of all in the franchise. And it's the least respectful to people under the age of 18. More than anything. Wow. Some of the things. Yeah. Wow.
I do like the Halloween theme though. I mean, I must say.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that everything was like Halloween night or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no ghost in Restream so far. So we just have one camera here, one camera over there. We had a third camera showing up when we did the Scream conversation. So that was kind of weird. I restarted my machine and everything. I couldn't get rid of it. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, that is weird.
That is like a supernatural thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very spooky.
The haunted stream.
Yeah. But as we get into it, you know, the franchise always had, I don't know if you agree with this, but to me, there's always like one standout segment in it. And the thing that I like is that if let's say you say, oh man, did you see VHS 94? And they say, yeah. And you expect them to talk about your segment that you like, it ends up being something else because everyone seems to have their favorite segments. So we're going to come back and ask you your favorite film, favorite segment. But what do you think makes them like just go into it more? Robbie, you started to talk about how realistic it seems. And I think, you know, when you're behind a camera, it's kind of like a voyeur's eye. So you're seeing things as it happen. And I can't see what's going on back here until I turn around. And I think that happens a lot in these movies. It's like the camera turns and then you see there, and it could be a jump scare or something revealing. So what is it about them that makes them so terrifying or have some segments being so memorable to you?
I think because it's an anthology, like they're all different. They can all start from, it could be any kind of story, and we've seen I like the variety in all these films.
The variety of horror elements.
Even though a lot of them they go back to like a certain like a tape
a
person,
certain main story,
or a
usually.
main story or a main house. Like there is variety in most of them. And then you get that one. There's one in every one too where there's subtitles I gotta read, and I'm like, oh, a movie I gotta read. This is great because
You're not big on those international movies.
Yeah, but they usually mix it up with a foreign film, which it's cool for variety. So I appreciate the variety. But what makes them scary is just the unpredictability. I mean, this story could be about anything. And we don't know if it's a supernatural. Is it like just a slasher type thing? We don't know right away. And we kind of got to learn as we go. Because it's like, here's a story, here's another story. So you're like, it keeps you on your toes, definitely.
What do you think about, I think this is probably the best example I've seen of having two popular genres, especially when it comes to horror and found footage and also anthology. And, people talk about one or the other, but you really don't hear them talking about both too often outside of these movies. So, I mean, it's Creepshow, it's Trick or Treat, blah, blah, blah. Or it's, Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch and in Lake Mungo or whatever. But what do you think about them coming together? It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
I think it works.
Oh, yeah. I love found footage and anthology, so I think putting the two together, it works great. And it had, like you said, it has a really realistic, like something you shouldn't be watching type of feel. Like someone taped this real horrific event, and you're watching it, and you're like, this feels really real, and it's making me really uncomfortable.
And for the most part, it's not. A lot of them are not polished. They look grainy. They did a good job at, like, they must have got old school cameras because it looks 80s when they film 80s. It looks 90s when they film 90s. They must have got old school cameras or something.
You got to believe they did.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, a lot of times I'm watching, I'm like, oh, this must have been easy to make. It's very low budget. But then all of a sudden, like, a big creature will come out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, well, that looks expensive to do.
And a lot of, at least for the earlier films, a lot of practical effects I noticed too.
Yeah,
versus,
very much so.
More CGI later on, but definitely more practical effects. So I said we wouldn't move through each one, but I just wanted to start with what I thought of the first one. I said on my letterbox that I can see the appeal of these found footage anthologies. It's cool to see segments from names famous today, including Adam Wingard, Simon Barrett, Ty West, and since I just watched the last two Scream movies, Radio Silence, and they weren't like known back then necessarily, but here it is 13 years later, and all those people I just mentioned, it doesn't matter if it's a Godzilla movie or if it's the X trilogy or the Scream movies, they're all well known and chased after, sought after directors and writers now. So it's amazing to see not necessarily how they got their start, but like their beginnings in this crazy franchise.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what this franchise does well is almost every single time they use like no names, and it's not familiar faces where you could be like, oh, it's Tom Cruise. Like that it just wouldn't work. You know what I mean? Right there, because that kind of reminds you.
That kind of takes you out of it being a real movie when it's no name like actors and people in it, because when you see someone you recognize, it makes you feel a little more comfortable when you're watching something. To see people you never recognize is really cool because it feels even more realistic that way.
Yeah, it looks like your friend on Instagram or something, just like filming something. Yeah. You're like, oh, I know that girl. She looks familiar.
It reminds me, have you ever watched Black Mirror?
Black Mirror? No.
No, I don't think so.
It's like a sci-fi, sometimes it could be horror, but it's on Netflix and it's an anthology series. And it's more sci-fi based, but it's all about the warnings of technology. So there's different stories about futuristic technology. So one of my favorite ones is from the early seasons, and it's basically an implant in your head that everyone, it becomes something popular. Everybody gets it, but you can recall your memories.
Oh,
and everybody talks about wanting that, but what happens when you have a bad memory? Or what happens when you have an argument and you start to replay that memory to prove your point? So it just reminded me of that. And like you were saying, unknown actors at the time. Now, of course, they're a little more known. And the same thing with VHS 2. You had more Adam Wingard, you had more Simon Barrett, and now they're at least from filmmaking standpoints, they're well known. So
Yeah.
And that's what makes it more effective too. Is just like this could be anybody, and like
Mhm.
you know, I mean, I think part of your brain forgets you're watching a movie when you're watching these. Part of me forgets I'm watching a movie. I think I'm watching like some birthday party video. Or
Yeah.
something.
that's I don't know if I could do like a found footage festival or something like that. Like sometimes there's ones with like short films,
Mhm.
and that's of course that's different styles, different genres. But I'm really picky about found footage. It's like it has to be really, really good, in my opinion, in order for me to like it. I don't know why. Maybe it's that whole, like you were saying, sometimes it looks a little too realistic, and I just feel like I'm peeking it on somebody. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
How do you feel about Blair Witch? Because that to me that was like the first found footage I ever came across.
Yeah. Coming from that time and back when we thought everything on the internet was true, we actually believed that this was real, and then it took almost a year for people to realize, no, not real.
Yeah.
But
That's how,
I
think
still like it.
that's how they marketed it too. They were like,
Mhm.
"Hey, yeah, this is just found footage, and the people are missing, but the family wants you to see the footage because that's what they would have wanted." And
Mhm.
you could never get away with that today. That's just a sign of the times. Because
Yeah.
nowadays you could just Google anything and figure it out. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think they pulled that off at like the perfect time where like the technology didn't catch up to the lies yet.
Yeah.
You can still
Mhm.
kind of like lie about stuff and get away with it. So
Yep, it's true. We got Dell in the house. What's up? Mika adds the VHS films are fun. First two are favorites. Did
yeah,
enjoy the Halloween. I'm the same way. I would think the first two and then one of the 90s ones were really, really good. So I have a friend who, he follows me on Letterboxd and he saw me going through it. Shout out to you, Christian. And he's like, "Oh, I see you're watching it, but where's your rankings?" I'm like, I didn't know I was supposed to rank it. He's like, "Well, how would I know which ones you like the most?" So I started doing that with 94 and I was ranking them. And hopefully you could remember these just based on the titles. So for the rankings, I said my favorite was The Subject. Number 2 was Storm Drain, which everyone knows, Ratman.
Oh man, with the news reporter. That was good, man.
That was crazy.
Mhm.
The Empty Wake, Terror, and Holy Hell. A lot of the wraparound stories I wasn't too much into, especially after the first two, because like you were saying before, the first two tend to give you that feeling like you're watching something that you're not supposed to. And you see the effects of that when they're breaking in the house and all that stuff. But after that, like none of the wraparound stories really, I don't know, it never got to me. I didn't really like them until Halloween. I like Halloween's wraparound. But yeah.
There was one story in part 3, I believe, the viral story, where it was just kids in the 90s just hanging out at the skate park. And I was like, it just reminded me, because when I was younger, we used to make skate videos, and like I was like, it reminded me of just hanging out with my friends. Like this is pretty crazy. But then like it like unleashed some satanic like
some
ghost
demon thing out of the
was like,
sewer. Yeah.
But like the footage part, it reminded me of the old skateboarding videos from the 90s. And I was like, we used to watch this all the time and play Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, you get some Tony Hawk in there.
Oh, he was loving that segment.
No, I was like, because like you said, that they nailed that 90s skater kid like look so well, but like the baggy pants and like the Vans, and like I was like, this looks like me and my friends just hanging out. It looks just like it.
The thing I like is they never really let you know where the story is going until it happens, and then all of a sudden it's like it's crazy. Genres, different shorts, different subgenres: aliens, cults, zombies, urban legends. Which segment, in your opinion, of the ones you remember, had the best blending of horror with something else, like comedy or action? She is not even 15 pounds. She is vicious.
That scared me.
Yeah, I was like, wait, is that outside?
No, you're fine.
That was a jump scare. That was a jump
Yeah.
scare, man. Through the headphones, it was wild.
Yeah, that was funny. I really love the VHS Beyond. I love the science fiction mixed with the found footage. Like the skydiving segment in that one is terrifying. It is terrifying. You mix the daytime.
Yeah.
Like the daytime is in horror is more, oh, we're safe, everything's fine. Not always,
Right.
but most of the time it represents we're safe, whatever. They're in the sky, and then they, the plane's crashing, and there's an alien chasing them through a peach farm or an apple orchard or something.
Yeah,
that one really stayed with
Dude,
me.
and
That one is
I remember
terrifying.
the alien had like legs that wrapped up.
Yeah,
around, like,
he
this.
didn't look like a regular alien. He looked weird. Yeah.
That was wild, man.
Every time a segment starts, I try to imagine where it's going. I'm always wrong, but
Yeah.
that one I did not see aliens coming.
Me neither. Yeah.
To your point, I think there were like where you never know where these things are going. There was one story in one of them. Maybe you could help me. These three like teenage guys, they saw like a hot chick across the way, and they were like, "Let's look into her window, dude." And she wound up being like this, like, I guess alien or demon. There was
I think
like
it was 99.
there was snakes growing out of her head.
That was a 99. I think.
Yeah, 99. I think that was. But yeah, it started off just being kids being like, "Hey, dude." And
they thought they were looking at they were inappropriately looking at a girl across the street, and she ended up being a monster. Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
I also like how they get like. I remember that that segment in particular. They had like the old AOL dial-up computer.
Yeah,
which I remember when you got online. It was like they literally had that, and I was like, oh, I remember this stuff. I was like, this is crazy.
Authenticity.
Yeah, but it's like, just to back up your point, like it started off one way and it went totally different.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so I guess this is like a sci-fi demon thing, when I thought it was just three kids being perverted. I didn't know.
Where is she? Mama, come here.
Aw.
What scared her?
It's not that she's scared. It's my daughter came home. She went to the store.
Oh, I see.
She brought me a drink.
Well, that was nice of her.
But she just barks her head off when my daughter is around.
Oh.
We want to think it's a good thing, but
yeah.
we don't know.
You got a watchdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 12-pound watchdog. Come here, Mama. Oh, maybe if I give her a fry.
Yeah.
I'll give Lando a fry because he's a good boy.
Aww.
And then she'll see the fry.
McDonald's?
Oh, the best. Yeah,
Nice.
Mama.
Oh, did you get their we got their Halloween bucket that's out now. They have like the Halloween trick-or-treat bucket.
Ours at McDonald's had only the orange ones. Oh,
That's who was making all this
hi.
noise.
It's adorable.
How cute are you?
What's its name?
She is Ahsoka from the Star Wars movies.
I love
Oh,
that.
Kaylee's totally into Star
I
Wars.
love
Yeah, Mama.
that. That's amazing.
What an
Leave
adorable
her
dog.
alone.
What kind of dog is that? It's adorable.
It's a Yorkie mix. So she's
Oh,
a
nice.
Yorkie Dachshund, and Lando is a Yorkie Poodle.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Nice,
I
nice.
love their names.
Yeah. Dell does not like the Blair Witch.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, her bark is much bigger than her much more anything else.
All right. I thought it was a big dog, dude.
Yeah.
It sounded like a
No,
big
no.
dog.
That's what she does. That's what she does. So we were talking about the I call them the decade movies. I don't know what to call them. The 84 or 85, 94, 99 movies. And the whole vibe and use of technology. And without really realizing it, also the horror trends of the day. So I think upon rewatch, you pick up things like that. So I got the physical of, what is it, 94, 99, and 85 in like a steelbook set of the three movies. So I'm definitely going to watch those three over and over. But what is it about those movies? I think a lot of people like them for specific reasons. What did you find in them?
I appreciated that. I think they started off going like found footage, but then they started off going found footage with like a theme or like a decade or like there was something. It kind of, even though each story was completely different, it kind of had that in common where it kind of
It has nostalgic value
Yeah,
to it because
it-
it makes you feel like it's that time period.
it all
They did a really good job
it
with
all
that.
flowed. So I appreciate it when they're like, this is everything from 94, 95,
And they
Yeah.
show old commercials like that mimic
Yeah,
that time period.
I
I love
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I saw the
And some of them are real.
Yeah.
Like I remember that that this is your brain on drugs. Any questions? I remember that commercial.
we saw the vegetable
So-
crusher. Remember that? We were just watching
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
the
yeah.
vegetable crusher.
They
So that was a
they're
real
so
commercial too,
realistic.
right?
Yeah,
It was like
yeah,
a
I believe
blender.
wow.
It was
so.
something like some kind of blender. But
Yeah.
it was like
An infomercial, yeah.
and I remember those being up
Crazy.
like when I couldn't sleep at night. Those would be on.
Those would be
like
on,
middle
yeah.
of the night. They're
Mhm.
like, pick up yours now. We'll throw the second one in for free.
Yeah.
But wait, if you order now.
Yeah, only 4 payments of $39.99. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. By chance, did you watch any of the spin-offs like Rin?
No, we didn't get to those.
You don't recommend them?
Oh.
Well, for one, they take you out of that whole found footage type of thing, and it's just a movie, and it has elements of the VHS in it. I started watching it, I got 15 minutes in, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm done."
Oh.
15 minutes. You didn't. That's
That's all I gave it. That's
Wow.
all I gave it. I might go back and watch it just to see how it connects. But rumor has it the segment Amateur Night from the first VHS, it ties into that. So
Okay.
I don't know. We will have to see. Were there any characters or segments that you absolutely hated?
I love the new VHS Halloween, but the one segment with the video store where they were recording the children and stuff, that one was a little gross. Like I could have
Mhm.
done without that one. That was my least favorite. Other than that, I thought that movie
Very dark.
that was so good. It was a little dark for me. I understand they always go there with these movies, but I just liked the fun size one more, or the haunted house one at the
Yeah.
end was
Yeah.
really good. Like
Those people
Yeah.
turn their house
Yeah.
into like a spirit Halloween. I thought that was really cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised that a lot of the foreign ones I like, but it, like you were saying, Robbie, is like, you're gonna make me read. So I'm reading the subtitles, but
Yeah.
when you reading it and then all of a sudden you pop up, you're like, oh.
You're like, what happened?
I guess I don't read fast enough, so they take the words away. I'm like, what did he say? And
Yeah.
I'm like asking. It gets to the point where Kaylee's reading to me. She's like,
Mhm.
okay, she's like whispering what the guy's talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I guess there were just more that I was into than others. What was that one with her? I really liked that last one we were watching, but there was like a funeral, but most of it was like slow paced till the end.
The tornado one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forget
yeah.
what it was called. The one from '94 where she was in the funeral home with this casket ended up being empty and the guy came back as
Yeah.
a zombie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that one was
Yeah.
a little slow for you.
It was slow all the way until the end. There was like a lot of waiting for something to happen, and I was just like,
Yeah.
because of the previous stories, I was all jacked up. I was like,
Yeah. That came after Ratman, so it's like
Yeah.
after Ratman, and then you see that, but it was still good. I have that as number 3, so it's called The Empty Wake. I
Okay.
like that one too.
oh, the
But-
ending's great. Yeah, I thought the ending
Yeah.
was good.
Great ending. But let's see. What do we have here? Oh, the Boo Buckets got the red one today.
Oh, nice.
Our one,
Our McDonald's
yeah.
only had, they're like, we only have orange. I'm like, that's cool.
we got 2 oranges.
It's the season.
Yeah.
I might go back for another Jack-o'-lantern Whopper though at Burger King. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. You better go
Mhm.
fast.
Oh, they have their buckets too, Burger King.
I think they have buckets too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to do the McDonald's thing.
So, just looking at the overall thing, do you have a favorite film or a favorite segment overall?
I would say my favorite is the VHS Halloween.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And probably my favorite segment is either the fun size or the haunted house the one with the haunted house at the end. I thought those two were really, really great. I just love the Halloween theme. It makes it more watchable. Like for me, I love it.
I agree with you. I really like the new one, but just to say something different, I would say the second one, V8, the one that came out in 2013, VHS 2. this
Yeah.
guy was like on his bike in a bike park, like on his like GoPro, and like it turned into
Mhm.
like a zombie outbreak. I'm
Zombie.
like, and he wound up running through the park and he crashed like some little kid's birthday party. The zombie,
Mhm.
there's not. So I was like, this is crazy. And
Yeah.
I think he became infected. So the whole thing was POV, him running
Mhm.
around like just attacking the campers. I was like, this is fantastic. I was like,
Yeah.
but that's one of the standouts to me. But I did like the I don't know, it just hit the new one hit at the right time. It hit like this October, and it was just all
Mhm.
Halloween. It was on Shudder, so we didn't have to leave the house.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go to the theater. And
Right.
yeah, I like the theater sometimes, but other times I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. We could just stay home.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like putting on shoes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And that's a good thing when you go to the theater.
Yeah.
For me, just to be different, I'm gonna say VHS 94, just because of everything that we mentioned. You know, capturing the time, capturing the format. I'm seeing lights moving. I have dogs underneath me.
That was that's what
but
the SWAT team too. That was some good stuff. Like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and just all the segments were solid, and like we were saying, it just captured everything from the technology to the production design, costumes, everything, and each one was pretty good. And except the wraparound story, and to me, none beats the first one because that kind of it kind of brought you into the series, and it was intriguing. And none of them have been as intriguing since then. So I don't know.
We keep going back to that sewer guy, that
Ratman.
We keep going back to that.
We need more Ratman. We have to find out more about him.
For some reason, like when they were in the sewer, I'm like, this is really.
It
weird.
was really scary.
I'm like, this is really scary. This is really scary, right?
Mhm.
Then they got this like guy that looks totally clean cut, totally nothing like them, and he's like, "Hello." He's like
Yeah.
he's like their leader, and I'm like,
Mhm.
and that scared me more than anything. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this guy doing here?
Yeah.
What are you not doing? What are you not saying?
Yeah.
He's just all of them are like dirty, covered in like slime.
Yeah.
And then this guy just comes out. He's like, "Hello." I was just like, that's
He's like the
more than
ambassador.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like their leader. I was like, what is going on?
Funny
But
thing is, I'm there, I'm watching, and it's over, and I'm actually on Letterboxd, and I'm pulling up, I'm making some initial notes, and the credits continue to run, and at the bottom, it said something like, "Don't make me call Ratman for you," or something like that. So they continued the joke through the credits. It's kind of crazy. I think
I
it
love
even said "Hail
that.
Ratman." So,
Yeah.
I
That's great. That was my favorite segment. I
I
think out
still
of that
think
one.
that evil magician is one of the best too.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was inventive.
As far as like just something I never seen before. Like this guy's like jumping around, switching bodies, switching outfits, and yeah, I don't know. He was like an illusionist or something.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
And was it Houdini's cape or something like that he had?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she tried to burn it, but it came back and got her at the end. Yeah.
So crazy. So
Mhm.
crazy. I don't remember which one that was in. Was that in 2?
I think the magician was in it was in 3, right?
I have it written down somewhere here.
I was gonna say we've been watching them back to back, so I'm like,
It was like something. It was like
I'm pretty
Dante
sure.
the Great.
I think it was the third
It
one.
was,
Yes.
it was viral.
Okay.
It was viral. Yes.
Viral. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and
That's the one that people talk the least about, I noticed.
yeah, that's the one with
Besides-
the ice cream truck like chase, and like it keeps going back to that couple from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
Vicious Circle, Dante the Great, Parallel Monsters. That kind of took me out too, that one. But yeah, this was a
Oh,
good
no.
one because
That was kind of wild though. The guy like ran into himself in like another timeline, and he's like,
Mhm.
He's like,
that was
dude,
that was really cool. I love the science
I
fiction aspect. And I didn't know that's where they were going
I
with
still
that.
don't know.
I was like,
I
what?
still don't know what that was about, because he's like, let's switch over. So he switches over, and I don't know. Was that like a cult thing? I don't know what they
It
were
was
doing.
like another timeline where they were like Satanists or something, and
No.
I don't
Mhm.
know.
I don't know.
And
Everybody's wearing.
they were creatures. Yeah.
Everybody's wearing their bathrobe, so I'm like, oh, it's a sex party. I'm like, oh, this is. But then I see like I don't know. I see like guts hanging from the wall. I'm like,
cult
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
They
I'm
were
like this-
doing like a ritual or something.
yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a sex party. I'm like, this is something else is going on here.
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
What's
Yeah,
going
that was
on here?
wild. And
Mhm.
then he, that's one of the good examples where you never know where these are going. 'cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is just a simple sci-fi story. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, no, way different. No.
Dude, you should go through the rest of the VHS. Maybe not in a marathon, but space them out. But they're pretty good.
I think most
Yeah.
of them are streaming too, because we found most of them like
Yeah, most of them are.
you could just watch them at home. It's really it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And if you have like a library card, you could do Hoopla and Canopy, and some of them are on there as well. What else? Safe Haven from VHS2 is a good one. The one about the cult. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that one was kind of crazy.
That one was cool.
Yeah. There's some really good ones. And that's what I liked most about going through the entire franchise. There wasn't a continual story. There wasn't even a continual style. And, that was refreshing. And I liked that part to it. But it was just crazy.
Yeah.
We got the first three like back to back, and then there was like a gap for like 7 years or something where we didn't get anything. And lately we've been getting them again, I think.
Every year, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
so-
been doing them.
Lately they've been
Yeah.
coming back, which is really cool. So,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more of them. Unlike we were talking last night about Hellraiser, they just need to stop with those. But there we go again. But there was like a 7-year gap after Viral to get to the 94, 99, 85.
Oh
so,
yeah.
yeah, if
Yeah,
they could keep going with like Beyond and Halloween, that'd be good.
I don't
They
even-
should do a Christmas one and then release
That's
it
a good
like
idea.
or like do a Thanksgiving one and then do a Christmas one, something like that.
Mhm. Yeah,
what was the one with
that's a good idea.
what was the one where they were camping by the lake in the beginning, and then it went to somebody's birthday party video?
It's either 99 or 85.
Yeah,
I'm totally blanking
that
on
was
which
pretty
one that
good, too.
was. Yeah, that one's
Mhm.
good. Yeah.
Like I said, I have those decade ones, so I'll definitely be rewatching those. Maybe I'll even fire up Halloween on the 31st again just to check it out.
I liked Fun Size. I like the second one a lot, where it's just kids that
Oh, the trick or treating?
yeah they're like too old for trick or treating, but they find like this haunted house, and inside the haunted house it's
It's
like
the
this.
barbarian lady.
It's this monster with like
Kuchiku?
yeah.
yeah, Kujiku, yeah. She's got like 9 nipples. It's nuts, dude. And
Yeah. It reminded me a little bit in parts of that story of Barbarian. I was like, you're going into
That's what you
this, you don't
said.
know what especially going into the basement. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to see more. What do you guys have coming up on your channel? Anything good?
I'm editing right now our last episode of the Daryl Dixon show. The finale aired this past week, so we wrapped up our season 3
Yeah.
recap. Also have reviews for Halloween 2 and Halloween 3 will be dropping before Halloween, just to do some extra, had to put some Michael Myers in there for October. So
Of course.
yeah. And the Daryl, I don't know if anyone's watching that show anymore, but I think like this spin-off, they must have like a movie budget because it looks incredible.
Mhm.
Like he's in Paris and like that's a lot of it is a lot of nipples. Dude. You guys know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Maybe no one knows what I'm talking about, but there was some demon.
It's
thing
better
going-
without like context. It's
Yeah,
just,
you're like,
yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, but the Daryl show is, I think it's pretty insane.
Yeah, it looks
man.
really cool.
It's like a nonstop. It's like an action film that never ends. It's pretty wild. So we've been covering that. I think we're gonna cover the new It.
Oh, the new
Welcome
Welcome to Derry. Yeah,
Derry.
we're gonna cover that too, and it starts
I wanna see
Sunday.
that.
Yeah,
So-
it looks
I wanna
really
see that for
cool.
sure.
Yeah.
That should be, and then we're gonna go and see Halloween in theaters because our local theaters playing the original Halloween. So
We might make a short video
I might
for that.
I might make a short like walking into the theater, walking out of the theater. I don't know, but yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch that on Halloween. I do every year, 78, and then I always pair it with something else. Sometimes it's Halloween 2, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2018 or Trick or Treat. So, got to figure out what I'm going to do this year. Something different.
Yeah, as long as it has a
Not the
Halloween
Rob
theme.
Zombie.
Yeah.
I want to
Rob
do a
Zombie.
review for Trick or Treat 1986 because I remember you told me you messaged me when that was dropping finally because I was like I recommended you watch that, didn't I?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I was like
And then, like, right after I watched it, it got announced. I was like,
Yeah.
it seemed that way. Yeah.
That was a cool release. Yeah. It's
It really
awesome.
is. It really is. I saw it again just the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I remember when this was coming out."
I keep on.
It's a good
But
movie.
I want. Yeah, it is. I want to thank everyone in the chat, everyone lurking. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the like button, leave a comment, and for some reason, if you're not subscribed to them, go ahead and do that. Nice to find them. It's nice and easy. That Horror Couple on all of your popular platforms, and you could find me here wherever you type in KB Loves Movies. You can find me there. But I want to thank you again for coming on tonight. It was so much fun.
Of
Thanks for
course.
having
Thank you
us.
so much for having us.
Yeah. We will be back next week. I want to say Wednesday. That seems like a good one. If you guys are looking for something else to do this evening, I know that Ken over at Mid-Level Media is having a live stream probably in about an hour or so. So go over there, tell him I sent you. And we will be back next week, like I said, Wednesday. So, yeah, talking about the man of my dreams, Freddy Krueger. So join us then. But until then, go watch a movie. Go follow them, too. They're fun.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.